Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapadakamala Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for this special session on the glories of Lord Gauranga Mahāprabhu's Lotus feet on the occasion of upcoming festival Gaura Purnima. We are discussing this based on Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So, as we know, and as we had already discussed in the last week's session, Krishna, he appears in the form of a devotee to teach the humanity how to perform devotional service to Krishna himself. Krishna gave the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam to the humanity. And also Krishna enabled his devotee Sukadeva Goswami to speak Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. He personally gave Bhagavad Gita and he enabled his devotee Sukadeva Goswami to speak Bhāgavatam. So having given this Gita and Bhāgavatam to all of us, again after 4,500 years, after he disappeared from his planet, again he came back as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this time he assumed the emotions of a devotee. He is teaching us how to practice devotional service by personally performing bhakti. So this mention about the Supreme Lord Krishna's descent as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is indicated in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam in few shlokas, and a couple of such shlokas come in the 11th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. In the 11th canto of Bhāgavatam, in the 5th chapter, there was a nice conversation between the Nava-yogendras and the king named Nimi. So Nimi Maharaj and Nava-yogendras, they discuss. This conversation happens for 4 chapters. 11th canto, 2nd chapter till 5th chapter. The 5th chapter is the last chapter. In this chapter, Nava-yogendras speak about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Varanam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pandastra Parshada Yagnaihi Sankirtana Prayehi Yajantihi Sumedhasa. So he is Krishna, but he descends in the form, in a complexion which is Akrishna, which is non-blackish. Krishna is dark in complexion, but the Krishna comes in a non-darkest complexion, that's basically golden complexion, because he accepts the complexion of Srimati Radharani. Not only complexion, he also accepts the emotion of Radharani as a devotee of Krishna. So, and he teaches all of us how to perform bhakti. So that's the purpose of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent, and these facts are also indicated in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, 11th canto. And in the next shloka, the Navayogendras speak what are the glories of meditating on the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga Mahāprabhu. So when you take shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or when you meditate on the lotus feet, so what are various effects? This is the shloka, and we will spend 1 hour discussing only one shloka. So there are 9 aspects to this shloka. So they are color coded here. Dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ tīrthāspadaṁ śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ śaraṇyam bhṛtyārti-haṁ praṇata-pāla bhavābdhi-potaṁ Vande Mahapurusate Charanarabindam. So, dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. Let's see the meaning of this shloka. So, we will go word by word. So, this shloka describes 9 glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Number 1. Dhyeyaṁ sadā. So, dhyeyaṁ means that which is worth meditating upon. Jnana means meditation. Dhyeya means an object of meditation. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet are the object of meditation for all these people. Dhyeyaṁ sadā. And always. Sadā indicates always. It's eternal object of meditation. Lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. Second, paribhava-ghnam. Paribhava means parabhu, insult, humiliation, embarrassment. That's what parabhu means. Paribhava-ghnam means when you take shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, those divine lotus feet, which are simple, they give shelter, and they destroy all the insults that we face in this material world. To be in this material world is an embarrassing situation. It's parabhu, defeat, insult. So the shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet will protect us from the humiliating situation. The second aspect. Third, abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. Abhīṣṭa means desire. Abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will bestow what we desire. What exactly is this abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ? Whatever I desire, somebody may desire some material enjoyment. So will the Lord bestow it? So here, abhīṣṭa refers to desire, needs, basic need. But the real abhīṣṭa, real desire of any living being is, so whatever we may desire in this world is to attain that happiness, isn't it? And everybody looks forward for permanent happiness, not temporary happiness. Okay, you become happy, but only for 5 minutes. No, I want happiness to last for long. So that real happiness comes only by performing devotional service unto Krishna, we receive real happiness. So abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will bestow upon all of us the real abhīṣṭa, our real desire. Okay? The real desire is to love Krishna, is to serve Krishna. So that is bestowed upon all of us by to hear me clearly. Again, issues. I'll speak for 3 more minutes, otherwise I will listen. Okay, let's continue. Abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. So, fourth aspect, tīrthāspadaṁ. Tirtha means holy place. Tirtha can also refer to saintly people, good devotees. Tīrthāspadaṁ means the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the shelter of all holy places. Means all holy places reside at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga. And all saintly people also take shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet. This is another aspect. Fourth, fifth, glory of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet is that śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. Shiva is the supreme Vaishnava Shiva. Virinci refers to Brahma. Nutam means the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga are honored by even Shiva and Brahma. Great devotees like Shiva and Brahma also worship lotus feet. How is it so? So we will discuss. I'm just giving the meanings of these words. So now we will discuss on each of these aspects. And sixth, śaraṇyam. śaraṇyam means worthy of surrender. Sharan means shelter. So the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga give us shelter, and it's worthy to surrender to those lotus feet that can give shelter. And seventh is bhṛtyārti-haṁ. Bhṛtyārti-haṁ. Bhṛtya means servant. Arti means distress. Bhṛtyārti-haṁ means the shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet will destroy all our distresses. Surrender. Destroy the distresses of all his devotees. 8. Praṇata-pāla. Gauranga's lotus feet will protect us from all kinds of difficulties if we bow down. Pranata means offering pranam, surrendering completely. Pala means to take care, to give shelter, to maintain, to give protection. So the Lord will protect us if we bow down. 9. Last aspect is bhavābdhi-potaṁ. Bhava-abhi is the ocean of material existence. Potam means a ship, a boat. So bhavābdhi-potaṁ means the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga will act like a boat to help us cross this material ocean. So this is the meaning of the shloka. There are 9 aspects of Lord Gauranga's divine lotus feet are mentioned. I hope the meaning is clear. So, are you able to hear me? Now, let us get into the details of each of these aspects so that we can meditate on the shloka in a much deeper manner. First aspect is dhyeyaṁ sadā. Let's recite the shloka once. Dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ tīrthāspadaṁ śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ śaraṇyam bhṛtyārti-haṁ praṇata-pāla bhavābdhi-potaṁ vande mahāpurusha-te charaṇārabindam. Dhyeyaṁ sadā. We are meditating on the first phrase. Dhyeyaṁ sadā means the Lord's lotus feet are the object of meditation. So, the worthiest shelter should be the worthiest meditation. So, if something is beneficial to us, it's worth meditating on. If something is not beneficial to us, if something will degrade us, will distract us, will destroy us, will create a lot of inauspiciousness to us, it's not worth meditating on it, right? So when you say Dhyeyaṁ sadā, the Lord's divine lotus feet will definitely provide great shelter, and it's the worthiest object of meditation. So we have to meditate on this lotus feet constantly, because the Lord is the supreme well-wisher, and there is no other well-wisher. So one more thing is dhyeyaṁ sadā. There are no hard and fast rules. Another aspect of this meditation is like, oh, I should meditate only in the morning, only in the evening, only in the afternoon time, only on Sundays, not on Mondays, not like that. Dhyeyaṁ sadā means always, eternally, perpetually. So there are no specific rules and regulations that are fixed for us to meditate on the Lord.
So we were discussing this shloka, dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. So first aspect is dhyeyaṁ sadā. Lord Gauranga's lotus feet are the eternal object of meditation, and there are no hard and fast rules for meditating on Lord Gauranga's lotus feet. One can meditate at any time, at any place, So one need not have any reservations in meditating. So that's because it's most beneficial to meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. So the Lord is not different from Krishna, and it is Krishna who has appeared in the form of Lord Gauranga Mahāprabhu. And there are several benefits of meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord as described in Bhagavatam, various other shlokas. So meditation on the Lord's lotus feet increases our consciousness. And Vajrankusadhvaja saroruhalanchanaಢ್ಯಂ Uttunda raktavilasam nakhachakravala Jyotsnabhirahatamahad hridayandhakaram. When we go in front of the Lord's lotus feet and expose ourselves to the effulgence emanating from the Lord's lotus feet, the darkness in our hearts is completely destroyed. Okay, so there is darkness of ignorance in our hearts, and to destroy that ignorance, we need that effulgence coming from the Lord's lotus feet. So that's what is the effect of the lotus feet of the Lord. In fact, from the lotus feet of the Lord, the Ganga river emanates, right? Yat shaucha nishrita sarit pravarodakena tīrthena murnadhikritena shivaha shivo bhūt dhyatuhu manah shamala shila nisrishta vajram dhyayechiram bhagavatas charanaravindam. So Lord Shiva is very auspicious, and this all auspicious Lord Shiva becomes all the more auspicious by holding the water that washed the Lord's lotus feet on his head. Okay, so Ganga goes on Shiva's head, right? So out of great respect, Lord Shiva holds that wash water from Krishna's lotus feet on his head, and that Lord is appearing as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the Lord is definitely very merciful, but a devotee is more merciful than the Lord, isn't it? Now when the Lord appears in the form of a devotee, you can just imagine how merciful he is. Okay, so he is not in the mood of Lord now. He has all powers of the Lord, and he also has the mood of a devotee. Definitely his mercy is like doubled or tripled or made, hundreds and millions of times. Okay, because devotee is more merciful than the Lord, and when the Lord assumes the mode of a devotee, he is even more merciful. So now, especially Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu propagated this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and that is his greatest mercy. So now let's go to the second aspect. Dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam. So first is dhyeyaṁ sadā. We should always meditate upon the Lord, and by meditating upon the Lord, our ignorance will be destroyed and we get shelter. Second is paribhava means insult, humiliation, embarrassment. Paribhava-ghnam means destruction of that embarrassment. So in this material world, the pure living entity is embodied within a temporary body. We are all spirit souls who are staying within temporary material bodies. The soul is eternal, the living being is eternal, but the body is temporary. So for an eternal soul to enter a temporary body, for a blissful soul to stay in a miserable material world itself is a humiliating situation, right? It's a very embarrassing situation. For a multi-millionaire to come on the streets and beg for some food, for his breakfast, for his dinner, is so embarrassing, isn't it? Similarly, for a pure living entity who is spiritual in nature, who is supposed to be enjoying spiritual happiness in the spiritual realm, for such a person to suffer the material miseries is such an embarrassing situation. That is parabhava. Parabhava-stavadabodhajato yavanna jignasata atmatattvam. Rishabhadeva also says, in the Bhāgavatam, there is a nice section where Lord Rishabhadeva gives his teachings to his 100 sons. So there he says, Parabhava-stavadabodhajato. So the conditioned soul is very much tormented, is insulted by ignorance. So forgetting that my original constitutional position is to serve Krishna, to love Krishna, so people are unnecessarily struggling in this material world. So that kind of parabhava can be eliminated or destroyed by taking shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet. So he will remind us our constitutional position as servants of Krishna. Further, he will enable us very easily to attain our spiritual position. So very easily we can be reinstated in our spiritual position as servants of Krishna, lovers of Krishna, and enjoyers on a spiritual plane. We are supposed to be enjoying on a spiritual plane, not on a material plane. So the blissful spirit soul is entrapped in a miserable material world that itself is insult, and Gauranga relieves us from that humiliation by giving special mercy. So definitely all the other incarnations of the Lord also give a lot of mercy. Okay. However, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is very unique and special because Nichadeva sadā bhṛtyārti means just like water flows towards the slope, means when the land the height is very less, so water automatically goes towards that slope. Similarly, the more fallen a person is, the more merciful Lord Gauranga is upon that person. That's why it's called patita-pāvana, not kapata-pāvana. Patita-pāvana means one who is very unqualified and very sinful. Such people also can be purified, but not hypocrites and not cheaters, pretenders. Kapata is a cheater. Okay, so the Lord is called patita-pāvana. So there are so many distresses and tensions, heat and cold, dualities, fears, pains, attachments, etc. But one who takes shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will be relieved from all of them very easily. And the Lord is merciful, most merciful incarnation. That's why he said, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayati. Mahavadanyaya means he is the most munificent incarnation of the Lord. So the real cause of all material problems is identification with the material body. The soul is spiritual in nature, the body is material in nature. But when the spirit soul identifies oneself as material body, okay, then there are problems. But by Lord Gauranga's mercy, that misidentification is destroyed. Okay, so the misidentification will be completely destroyed by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Then third aspect, tīrthāspadaṁ, dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. Abhīṣṭa means desire. As I already briefly explained, we all have abhīṣṭa. So the nature of a living being is to have some desire or the other. So without desire, no one can exist. So every living being has a mind, has some intelligence, has some identification, ego, right? So the subtle body stores a lot of desires. We all have desires. So desire is the nature of a living being. But what is our real desire? Do we know what is our real desire? Sometimes we get confused. What exactly is my desire? Why am I desiring? You ask someone, what is your desire? People may say, okay, I want a car. But why do you want a car? To comfortably travel. But why do you want to travel? Okay, because I have some job there. Why do you want to do a job? Because I want to earn money. Why do you want money? I want to maintain myself. I want to eat food. I want to take care of all the things in my house. Why do you want to do all that? I get happiness. I get satisfaction. Right? So basically, all the endeavors of a living being are for Ananda. Ananda. Anandamaya dhyasat. By nature, we are supposed to enjoy, not supposed to suffer. But because we are searching for that enjoyment or happiness at a wrong place, in a wrong way, through wrong means, we are suffering. Okay? So the real abhīṣṭa is happiness. Real abhīṣṭa, real desire that all of us have is to be happy permanently, not temporarily, eternally, not only for a short amount of time. So that permanent happiness, eternal happiness is possible only by practicing bhakti yoga, only by performing devotional service. So abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ, the real abhīṣṭa, real happiness we all attain is in Krishna Prema. To love and to be loved is the actual condition of a living being. So we seek real pleasure in loving someone, in selflessly loving someone, and in being loved by someone. So all of us have that eternal relationship with Krishna, and Krishna loves all of us, and we love Krishna. Whether we understand this fact today or tomorrow or after 10 lifetimes or after million lifetimes or in the next day of Brahma, this is a fact. We all love Krishna more than anyone else, and Krishna loves us more than anyone else. So, in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, after Brahma Vimohana Leela, I hope all of you know Brahma Vimohana Leela, where Lord Brahma is bewildered, seeing Krishna's childhood activities, and he has stolen Krishna's little boyfriends and calves, and then he realized his mistake and offered prayers. And after hearing this whole story, Parikshit Maharaj asks Sukadeva Goswami, so my dear Sukadeva Goswami, in this Brahma Vimohana Leela, you told me that when Krishna expanded himself as millions of boys and millions of calves, the love of their mothers increased. The love of the cows increased for their calves when Krishna came in the form of a calf. The love of all the motherly gopis of Vrindavan increased towards their children when Krishna came in the form of their children. So why is it so? And even when Krishna did not come in the form of their children, even before Brahma Vimohana Leela also, all these mothers of Vrindavan, the Vatsalya gopis, they loved Krishna more than their own children. Okay, so they pack lunch bags for their children, and they also keep something special for Krishna. Okay, you should give it to Krishna. You don't eat, give it for Krishna. Like that, they instruct their kids. So Parikshit Maharaj asked, any mother in this world, any father in this world, naturally love their children more than other children. Even the neighbor's child is more cute, more sweet, more disciplined and studying nicely, well behaved, etc., etc. Still, parents love their children more than the neighbor's children, isn't it? They may appreciate, they may glorify, but love is towards their own children, care is for their own children. But all the mothers of Vrindavan spend more time in Yashoda Mata's house and Nandamayara's house more than their own houses. So how is it justified? How come all the Vrajavasis love Krishna more than their own children and more than their own selves? How is it possible? Then Sukadeva Goswami gives a simple answer. It's so logical. Of course, they love Krishna more than anyone else because that is the natural condition of every living being. In the purest state of consciousness, we all have love for Krishna more than anything else. We all love Krishna more than anything else and more than anyone else and more than even our own selves. Okay, Krishna is Atmanam Akhilatmanam. He is the soul of all souls. So we love Krishna more than anyone else and Krishna loves us more than anyone else. So parents may love us, brothers will love us, sisters will love us, and wife and husband, they love each other, and society may love us, country people may love us, right? So many people may shower love, but generally speaking, their love is restricted to only one lifetime. Generally. Sometimes when the relationship is so strong, again they may take birth as friends in the next life also, it may continue for a while. But actually, generally speaking, the love that we receive from other people is restricted to a lifetime, to one lifetime. Okay. So, but life after life, who is with us? Even if we take birth as worms in stool also, as ants also, as jackals also, as foxes also, as lions also, as human beings or devatas, the Lord doesn't leave us. He stays right within our hearts as super soul, as Paramatma. Means He loves us more than anyone else. He cares for us more than anyone else. Okay. So, whether we know it or not, whether we realize it or not, whether we act on that understanding or not, we love Krishna more than anyone else. That is our original quality, right? We are longing to love Krishna and we are longing to receive that love for Krishna. So that is our raw abhīṣṭa. So the shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet will bestow that Krishna prema. That's why Mahaprabhu is called Krishna prema pradayate. I bestow Krishna prema upon you because we want that love. So that is our real desire. Our real desire is not to get a bungalow. Our real desire is not to eat palatable food. The eternal longing of a soul is not to be praised by materialistic people. Is not to win control over Svargaloka or Patalaloka. The real longing, real hankering, the eternal desire of every living being is to love Krishna and to be loved by Krishna. The second aspect is happening. Wherever we are, Krishna loves us. Krishna doesn't leave us. Okay? But our love for Krishna is weak. So we need to strengthen it. We need to revive it. We need to first understand it and then work on it. So we all have desires, but in the purest state, the soul only desires and hankers to love Krishna and serve Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will actually awaken that love within all of us. Right? So by worshipping him, he will give us Krishna prema. Oh, take this Krishna prema. Okay? Have this full realization. Lord Chaitanya is most merciful even to the fallen souls. He gives the rarest Krishna prema through Krishna Nama. You see, he will give us Krishna prema, the rarest gift. And how to attain that gift is the process very difficult process. To attain a very rare thing, you need to follow a really difficult process. For example, to enter IIT college, okay, people may have to have very good scores. To enter very prestigious institutions, people should have very good academic background. To enter very good companies to work, people should have very good professional background, right? Similarly, to attain the rarest and highest gift, Krishna prema, do we have to perform very difficult tasks? Sadhana should be very intense? No. Very easy process and very rare result. He is giving the highest result with very simple process. Highest result is Krishna prema, simplest process is Krishna nama. Right? Through Krishna nama, he is giving Krishna prema. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam swaprema nama amritamathyudaraha. Apamaram yo vitatara gauraha krishno janebhyastamaham prapadye. Chiradarattam, he has not bestowed this Krishna prema for a long time, but he is doing it now. Okay. Swaprema namamritamathyudaraha. He is ati udara, extremely benevolent personality. That's why he is giving the rarest commodity, highest gift, Krishna prema, very easily. Extremely easy way. Okay. So Krishna prema through Krishna nama. There is a beautiful shloka in the Padyavali. Kalyananam nidhanam kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam patheyam yanmumuksho sapadi parapada praptaye prochyamanam vishramasthānamekam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjanonam Bijam dharmadrumasya prabhavatu bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. So this shloka describes the sweetness of the holy name, the glory of holy name, which Mahaprabhu is bestowing upon all of us very easily. Now we will see 7 aspects of this shloka. I'll not spend so much time on this shloka, otherwise the 1 hour will go into this only. First, Kalyananam nidhanam. Kalyananam nidhanam means Krishna's holy name. These are the 7 qualities of holy name. So Krishna's holy name, Krishna nama, the word Krishna, the 2 syllables Krish and Na. They are Kalyananam nidhanam. They are reservoirs of all kalyanas, all auspicious things, all bliss. Right? Second, Kalimalamathanam pavanam pavananam. Kalimal-mathanam means Kali is this Kali Yuga. Mala is the contamination of Kali Yuga. All the sins of Kali Yuga. Mathanam. So this holy name of Krishna can completely destroy all the sins of Kali Yuga, all the inauspiciousness of Kali Yuga. Okay. Pavanam Pavananam. Pavanam Pavananam means of all the purifying things, Krishna's name is the most purifying thing. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to bestow that Krishna Nama to all of us. He has come to inspire us to chant the holy names of Krishna like this. Patheyam yanmumukshoh sapadi parapada praptaye prachyamanam. So, patheyam means you need to eat something, right? Patheyam yanmumukshoh. Mumuksha means people who are aspiring for liberation. So this Krishna Nama, the name of Krishna, is food for those people who are aspiring for liberation. And they are sapadi parapada praptaye prachyamanam. Sapadi parapada praptaye means those who traverse on the path to spiritual world, those who are on the way to Krishna Loka. For them, what food they should eat. So now a traveler, when he is traveling, he has to pack some food, right? So you are traveling from, say, Bangalore to Mumbai. The flight is some 1.5 hours. Then you need to go through traffic and come to the flight, come to the airport and stay in the airport for 1.5 to 2 hours till you check in, until you board, and then you get down, then again traveling. So the traveling may be some 5-6 hours. You need to pack some food, right? So we are traveling to spiritual world from the material world. It's not Mumbai to Bangalore, or it's not Bangalore to Delhi, or it's not even India to America, right? It's between and to spiritual world. So we need to pack some food, right? So what should we eat on the way? So those people who are aspiring to go from the material world, travel from the material world to spiritual world, should eat the food of Krishna Nama. Okay, they should eat Krishna's name, means they should depend, they should survive on Krishna's name. That is the sadhana. Vishramasthanamekam kavivaravachasam jivanam sajjananam. Vishramasthanamekam. So when you are traveling, you should also take some rest, right? Somewhere you should sit and rest. So this is the pleasure garden. So when you are traveling, it's a long path, just sit and relax. Okay. So what is that? Pleasure garden. And in a garden, you also hear some sweet sounds, right? Some bumblebees may make some sound, some koel and some peacocks and some parrots may make some sound, right? Similarly, those who are doing sadhana, they are going to the spiritual world. Their sadhana is chanting Krishna's name, and their relaxation, the pleasure garden where they sit, is also Krishna's name. Now they are doing japa, Hare Krishna, that's individual japa, that may be a sadhana. To relax, okay, you are tired, you are sitting, Krishna. Or you sit in some kirtan, soothing kirtan, chain kirtan. So your relaxation is also that only. Refreshment is also that only. Chanting Krishna's names, okay. See, it acts in so many ways. So, where the voices of greatest saints, philosophers and poets play in the pleasure garden. Then Jivanam Sajjananam. So Sajjana means good people who are on the path back to Godhead, Bhakti Yogis. For them it is Jivanam, it's a life. It's not just your sadhana, it's not just your relaxation or refreshment, it is also your life. Jivanam Sajjananam. Bijam dharma dhrumasya. Bijam means the seed. Dharma dhruma means the tree of dharma. So you have the tree of dharma, tree of devotional service. The bija, the seed of the tree of bhakti, tree of dharma is Krishna's name. So these are the 7 aspects of Krishna's name. Prabhavatu-bhavatam bhutaye Krishna nama. So let there be auspiciousness by chanting of the holy name. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this simple process of chanting Krishna's name and bestowing Krishna's prema. So Krishna's name and Krishna's prema, fine, Nama and prema. Then 4th, so you got it right. So abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ, dhyeyaṁ sadā, paribhava-ghnam, abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. 3 things we discussed. Now 4th thing, 4th aspect of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, tīrthāspadaṁ. Tirtha means a holy place. Or tirtha word is also used to indicate saintly people, devotees. Aspada means shelter. So Lord Gauranga's lotus feet are the shelter for all holy places and saintly people. So all devotees take his shelter and all the tirthas also take shelter. So if you go to a holy place or a holy river, what happens? One may take holy bath or holy darshans and one may free oneself from all sinful reactions, right? So a holy river or holy place will purify us from sinful reactions. But Lord Gauranga's lotus feet will free us from sinful proclivities, sinful propensities, sinful desires. We perform sinful activities because of sinful desires. Sinful desires will make us perform sinful activities. Sinful activities will give us sinful reactions. Okay? So to be relieved from this reaction, we should stop the activity itself. Not just take that and then get relieved from the reaction. That doesn't ensure that we will not act sinfully later. So, to not act sinfully, we should not have sinful desire. So Mahaprabhu's lotus feet means Lord Chaitanya's shelter will relieve us from sinful proclivities. So when devotees who have taken shelter of Lord's lotus feet visit holy places, the places are purified. You know the shloka from Bhāgavatam. Bhavābdhi-potaṁ bhāgavataḥ tīrthā svayam vibho tīrthē kurvanti tīrthāni svantahastena gada bhṛta. So devotees of the Lord go and take bath in holy places and they relieve the holy places and holy rivers from the sins dumped by sinful people. Sinful people go and take bath in holy rivers and they dump all the sins there. When pure devotees go and take bath in the same river, the river is removed from all sinful reactions. That's how pure devotees are, because they always carry the lotus feet of the Lord within their hearts. Bhavābdhi-potaṁ bhāgavataḥ tīrthā svayam vibho tīrthē kurvanti tīrthāni. So they purify the pure places, holy places also. That's the greatness of devotees. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the form of a devotee to release us from all sinful reactions. And Prabhupada makes a very brilliant point. So people living in various parts of the world may not be able to visit holy places. Fine. There is Mayapur, there is Vrindavan, there are so many such beautiful holy places. It may or may not be possible for people who are living in various other parts of the world. But if you take shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, it is as good as visiting all holy places. Okay? Because the Lord's lotus feet are tīrthāspadaṁ. Don't worry that you are unable to come to Vrindavan. Oh, COVID, 2 years I could not go to Vrindavan, 2 years I could not go to Mayapur. Yeah, we should go as much as possible. But when we take shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet, it's as good as visiting all holy places. Because all holy places are at Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, tīrthāspadaṁ. Okay. So next, fifth aspect. śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. So we discussed 4 things till now. dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ tīrthāspadaṁ. 4. Now fifth, śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. Śiva and Virinci means Śiva and Brahmā. Nutam, they glorify the Lord. They praise the Lord. They honor the Lord. So how? In South India Yatra also, this is a picture from South India Yatra, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Shiva and Parvati also. So, you know Panchatattva, right? We keep chanting their mantra. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We chant all these shlokas. So this Advaita is a combination, combined avatar of Shiva and Vishnu. You know Nityananda is Balramji. And there is another associate, apart from this Panchatattva, there is another very important associate of Lord Chaitanya, that is Haridas Thakur. Who is Haridas Thakur? Is Brahma. So Brahma came in the form of Haridas Thakur. Shiva came in the form of Advaitacharya, and both of them appeared before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, and they prayed for Lord Chaitanya to come. Okay? You know this popular story where Advaitacharya sat on the bank of Ganges and he worshipped Shaligram Shila with tulasi leaves and also with Ganges water, and pray, Krishna, please come. All the people in this world are becoming very materialistic. Unless you personally come and take the form of a devotee and establish Yoga Dharma, which is Harinam Sankirtan in this Kali Yuga, these people will not get transformed. Please come. So Advaita Acharya requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear. So at that time, this Haridas Thakur was traveling to different places. He went to Banapur and other places, and then he ended up in Shantipur. So at Shantipur, Advaita Acharya started staying, and he would associate with, Haridas Thakur. So Haridas Thakur came to Shantipur and he stayed there, and Advaita Acharya arranged for a residence for Haridas Thakur. Daily he would come and give him prasad, and he will also discuss Bhagavad Gita and Bhāgavatam with Haridas Thakur. So these two devotees, Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur, they both sit together and daily they pray for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. Fine. So that's why Lord Chaitanya appeared in response to the requests of Brahma and Shiva in the form of Haridas Thakur and Advaita Acharya. Fine. So they appeal to the Lord to liberate all fallen people. So now Krishna also is worshipped by all the devatas, including Brahma and Shiva, as all of you know. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Varutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi. Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Shiva, all these great devatas with transcendental praises, they worship the Lord. Same thing is mentioned here, śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. Okay, and this shloka is very special. Natasmate natha sadā dhripankajam virincha-vairincha-surendra vanditam parayanam kshevam ihechhatantaram nayatra kalaha prabhavet para prabhum. Natasmate natha sadā dhripankajam. All the Dwarkavasis are offering this prayer to Krishna, saying that, oh Lord, we always offer obeisances to your lotus feet. Sada Andhri Pankajam. And Virincha means Brahma. Vairincha means sons of Brahma. That includes Shiva, four Kumaras, Narada Muni. Surendra is the king of all devatas, that is Indra. Vanditam, they offer obeisances. So all the devatas offer obeisances to the Supreme Lord Krishna. And even when the Lord appears as a devotee, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they offer obeisances to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. Śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. And just like the Lord is praised by all the devatas, most of the devatas offer worship to the Lord's consort. You know that shloka from the Suprabhatam. It says, Tava suprabhatava ravindalochane bhavatu prasanna mukha chandra mandale vidhishankarendra vahita-bhirarchite vrushaseelanatha dayite dayanidhi. So vidhishankarendra vahita-bhirarchite. Vidhi is Brahma, Shankara is Shiva, Indra, their vanitas means their wives, Sachi Devi, Parvati Devi, Saraswati Devi, they all worship the Lord's consort, Lakshmi Devi or Radharani, right? So, Hima Drija Pulo Maja Virincha Javara Prade. Even Lord Shiva prays to Radharani in Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraj, that even Radharani is also worshipped by all the consorts of the devatas. Okay. So now Radha and Krishna both combined appear as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Definitely śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. Devatas worship him. And Chaitanya Charitamrita says that all the devatas will disguise themselves as normal human beings and they participate in Harinam Sankirtan. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing Harinam Sankirtan, and they secretly come and join Mahaprabhu's Harinam Sankirtan, because they know that Lord Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in Kali Yuga he is freely distributing Krishna Prema through Krishna Nama. So this is the bumper offer, right? So we can easily go to the spiritual world, get out of this material world, if we take shelter of Lord Chaitanya. So they all disguise, and in fact they aspire to take birth as human beings in Kali Yuga, especially because Lord Chaitanya comes. So śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. So next aspect is śaraṇyam, sixth aspect. Śaraṇyam means worthy of surrender. So Sharana is shelter, Śaraṇya is that which can offer shelter. So the worthiest object of our shelter is Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they all fall at the feet of Lord Gauranga Mahāprabhu and with a straw in their mouth that indicates their humility, and they say you are the worthiest shelter. So he is the worthiest one to surrender because he is the most munificent incarnation. So who becomes the worthiest shelter? Who is always eager to give shelter. The more a person is merciful, the more he becomes the worthiest shelter. Right? So what makes him the most worthy person? Because he is most munificent. Okay, his shelter providing ability and shelter providing intention are intense. Okay, so the intention of Krishna to uplift us from our fallen condition is very intense. He is very bent upon delivering fallen people like Jaga and Madhava also. So Krishna, Ram, Narasimha, they all have come. Means all of them are one personality only. The Lord has appeared in so many forms earlier. So if needed, he punished them. He killed them. Okay, he killed the demons. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't kill anyone. He transforms people. It is the most munificent incarnation. Okay, mercy incarnation. So next is the notion of compassion. You know this popular shloka, Madhur Prapanna Pashupasha Vimokshanaya Muktaya Bhuri Karunaya Namolayaya Swamshena Sarvatana Brahmanasi Pratita Pratyagdrishe Bhagavate Brahate Namaste. So Gajendra describes who is the worthiest shelter. This is from Bhagavatam. So Gajendra took shelter of Lord Vishnu when this crocodile attacked him. Right? We know that. So Gajendra says, my dear Lord, only you can release me. Why? First reason, Muktaya. You yourself are not bound by anything, so only you can release me. Okay, that's clear. This first is Muktaya. Second is Bhuri Karunaya. Although somebody has the ability to liberate us, he may not have the intention to liberate us. So the second word, Bhuri Karunaya, compassion, shows that the Lord has intention to liberate also. Ability, intention. Then one may have the ability, one may have the intention, but if one is not aware that we are in problem, he will not come and help us. So that's why the Lord is Alayaya. Alayaya means one is always aware. One is very attentive to our needs. So the Lord has these three qualities. Muktaya. He has the capacity to liberate us. Second, Bhuri Karunaya. He has the compassion to liberate us. Third, Alayaya. He is cognizant of our situation. Okay, Muktaya, he has the ability to liberate. Bhuri Karunaya, he has the intention to liberate. Third, Alayaya, he has the awareness of our situation. So that's why he is the worthiest shelter. Fine. Seventh aspect. So this is bhṛtyārti-haṁ. Bhṛtyārti-haṁ means, Bhṛtya means a servant. Who is Bhṛtya? Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasa Bhṛtya. There is only one Ishvara, that is Krishna. Everyone else is Bhṛtya only. Everyone else is a servant only. So Arti means distresses. Ham means one who destroys them. So the Lord destroys the distresses of his devotees, of his servants. Right? So we have so many such examples. So there is Vasudeva leper. I think last week we discussed this. So there is Vasudeva leper. He had leprosy, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and embraced him, and he is relieved from that leprosy. So he relieves the distress of his devotees, not just physically or externally or materially. He permanently relieves his devotees from all material miseries by giving them Krishna Prema. It's not a temporary relief. Temporarily he relieves me from distress. Not a temporary relief. It is a permanent and eternal relief. Fine. So that's why he is Bhṛtyārti-haṁ. So the Lord is very affectionate to his devotees. He relieves them from suffering. Satatam janata bhavatapaharam. Satatam janata bhavatapaharam. He is always releasing from the threefold material miseries. of material existence. Next, eighth aspect, praṇata-pāla. Pranata means bowing down, offering obeisances. Pranata can also mean completely surrendering to the Lord. Pala means one who protects or maintains. Now you see, pranata, just offering pranam. That's the basic thing that we can do. Okay. Man manabhava bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, Krishna says, right? Namaskuru means offering obeisances. The basic thing that we can do is pranata, offering pranams. From there, in the highest pranata, which is complete surrender. So whether you completely surrender to Krishna or just offer obeisances to Mahaprabhu or somewhere in between, the Lord will protect us. So the Lord's protection is accessible to anybody in this big spectrum, just offering obeisances up to complete surrender. That's why he's praṇata-pāla. So he protects anyone who simply bows down in front of him without duplicity and with the thought of doing service. With the thought of doing service, one may not have exactly done a service, but even if you have thought, the Lord will reward you for that thought. Okay. So next, last aspect, we don't have much time. Last aspect is bhavābdhi-potaṁ. Bhava means material existence, abdhi means ocean, pota means a ship. So the Lord's lotus feet will act like an ocean that helps us cross over this material, the Lord's lotus feet will act like a boat that helps us cross over this material ocean. Fine. So there are so many such wonderful references that compare Lord's lotus feet as ocean, as a boat that can help us cross over this ocean. After that, there is another shloka. Another shloka is Krichromahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesham shadvargana krama sukhena titirishanti tattvam harer bhagavato bhajaniya manghan krutvodupam vyasanam uttaradustararanam. So the shloka says that Krichromahan iha bhavarnavamaplavesham. This bhavarnavam, this material ocean, is filled with so many sharks. What are the sharks? The conditioned soul is compared to a person who is drowning in this ocean, and the material world is like an ocean. And the sharks in the ocean are the six anarthas: lust, envy, pride, greed, etc. And also the six senses that are constantly distracted. So the six senses and the six anarthas are compared with sharks that are constantly trying to devour the conditioned soul who is drowning in the material existence. You are in the middle of ocean, you don't know swimming, and the sharks are constantly coming and attacking us. Where is the point? Even if you know swimming also, how long you will swim? Right? You can't see the shore. When you are in the middle of an ocean, you can't see the shore. How many hundreds of kilometers will you swim? Even if you know swimming, even if an expert swimmer, and on top of it some shark is coming and attacking. You don't have an oxygen cylinder or that whatever they dress they wear, right, while swimming in the oceans. So only a boat can protect us. Okay, the only boat, only shelter that can relieve us from this material ocean is Krishna's lotus feet. They act like a boat, and the boat of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet not only has the ability to help us cross this material ocean, but the lotus feet boat also has the ability to condense the material ocean as big as or as small as a calf's hoof print. Samasritaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam punyayasho murare bhavam budhirvatsa padam param padam 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 yadvipadam natesham. So bhavābdhi can become vatsapadam. So when you go to a goshala and see a small calf's hoof print, how much water can it accommodate? So the big material ocean can become like that. You get into the boat and get down from the boat. You don't have to travel for a long time and experience seasickness. Okay, no need. So the Lord will completely, He will rescue us from the ocean, put us on boat, and when you get into the boat, we are ready to get down. Okay, because the ocean has become very small. Now, what does it mean to take shelter? We spoke 9 glories of Lord Chaitanya's taking shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Let's revise once again. Dhyeyaṁ sadā means always meditate upon them. They are the worthiest object of meditation. Paribhava-ghnam means they remove us from all humiliation or embarrassment caused by the material existence. Paribhava-ghnam. Abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will bestow us the real abhīṣṭa, which is Krishna prema. We are longing for love of Krishna. Abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ. Tīrthāspadaṁ. 4th is tīrthāspadaṁ. They are shelters of all holy places. śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ. So they are worshipped by even Śiva and Brahmā also, great devotees. śaraṇyam. śaraṇyam means that the worthiest object of shelter. They can give shelter. śaraṇyam. śaraṇyam. dhyeyaṁ sadā paribhava-ghnam abhīṣṭa-dohaṁ tīrthāspadaṁ śiva-viriñci-nutaṁ śaraṇyam bhṛtyārti-haṁ. 7th is bhṛtyārti-haṁ. They release all the devotees from all the miseries. bhṛtyārti-haṁ. bhavābdhi-potaṁ. bhṛtyārti-haṁ praṇata-pāla. They take shelter. They protect all the surrendered souls or those who just offer pranams also. Then bhavābdhi-potaṁ. Mahaprabhu's lotus feet will act as nice boat that can save us from the material ocean. So what does it mean to take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? It is basically to follow his instructions. It is basically to adopt to the principles that he has taught us. It is basically to chant the holy names of Krishna that he has propagated. He has descended to propagate the holy names of Krishna, right? So we need to take shelter of that process of chanting holy names of the Lord, and it is also required from the part of a sadhaka to maintain the right mood and consciousness while chanting the holy names, not just following the process physically or mechanically, but also maintaining the spirit in following the process. What is the spirit? Mahaprabhu said, Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnina Amanina manadena kirtaniyah sadā harihi. He did not just say kirtaniyah sadā harihi. For you to be able to do kirtaniyah sadā harihi, for you to be able to chant the holy names of Krishna constantly, you need these 4 qualities. Humility, tolerance, respecting others, and not hankering for respect from others. When you have these 4 qualities, you can effectively chant the holy names of Krishna. This is what Mahaprabhu taught all of us. Right? So this is what it means to take shelter of the Lord. And there is the whole process of Bhakti Yoga is to take shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. It's not like a taking shelter of Lord's lotus feet, just sitting there at lotus feet, falling down there. Now it's not just a physical act, it is the spirit. It is the spirit of surrender. It is the inclination or desire to follow the instructions. Okay. So it is also an aspiration to follow the necessary mode to advance to get the benediction of Krishna prema. So these are a few thoughts on this beautiful shloka from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So I think we'll conclude here, and I'm really sorry for interruption. Even in the last class also we had this issue with the laptop and sound and other things. Hopefully in the last class, means after 3-4 days we are having another class, right? 10 aspects of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. There we'll discuss more. So we hope we'll have a better experience at that time. So thank you very much for your wonderful association and your enthusiastic participation.